Welcome to this look at a new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on Great Grandfather's Farm. This is by, I'm going to read it as it's written. This is by A.E. Maping. I've always made the assumption that Maping has been a misspelling of mapping, but it could be the person's surname is Maping, and I'm saying mapping every time. I'm going to say A.E. Maping, that's how it's written down. 207.54 megabytes download. There are 4 required mods that download automatically. As far as under build mode goes, there's nothing added in by the map maker other than the required mods that automatically download. I start here at the start farm. The map looks like this. On new farmer we start with plot 3 and plot 1. Now these are separate plots. Plot 3 is 240,680. Plot 1 is 242,060, but we do start with both of those. Field plots, I mean, they go from small-ish, I guess, 122 grand. There is a couple of medium-sized, but then they ramp up fairly quickly. Then we get blocks of fields, and the prices start to go up over $1 million for that one. We've got a bit of forestry just here, 963, 887. Let's say, you know, the prices are up there. I'm going to be honest, I don't do this very often, and I don't like to do this very often. I'm a bit underwhelmed with this one. Of the 2 maps that released yesterday, and I'm trying to kind of catch up with everything. I think there's new mods due out again today and tomorrow. I think maybe I picked the wrong one to do first, but it doesn't matter. It's a nice map to come on and play. There are just some areas on it which, not that have got me puzzled, but possibly frustrated. And again, that's just me personally. That's my opinion. I'm doing the map tour, I'm doing the map review. That's my opinion on it. Maybe I'm a bit grumpy, maybe I'm a bit crabby. But what I'll say is, when we go around the map, you've got areas like this, and that's what I'm always looking for on maps. You look for bits that don't have sell points or triggers on, and you're looking for bits that can be purchased. You think, okay, potentially then, there's here as well on plot 10, you got this building there, you got some buildings here, some buildings here. If you look on plot 11, if we go to this one here, there's a whole building set here on plot 15. Off camera, I purchased all of those. Nothing. There's no farms, there's no sell points, there's no productions, there's buildings there. But the thing is, even when you've bought the land, and I suppose you can add to those if you want to, you can't remove any of the buildings there. So they're fixed in place, but don't really serve a purpose. Like, say, I guess you could throw in a production chain there or a sell point at one of them. Because you can buy the land in the middle of the plot, maybe that's the plan. Maybe that's what it's for. I just found it a bit curious, I guess. That's the best way of putting it, I suppose. We start the main farm, which is here. Slot count on all 3 game modes. New farmer, farm manager, and start from scratch is 1,352. You start with all the same stuff, all the same equipment, all the same machinery and buildings. There are no custom crops on this map, and contracts are available. If we go down, there we go. Contracts are available on some of the fields. So the farm plot we're on, this is another, it's a kind of curiosity. There's no sleep trigger. This building here, which there are farmhouses that have sleep triggers that look like this, that's not a sleep trigger, it's just a building. Now, you can remove most of the buildings and the lighting and the fencing all the way around the main farm and the secondary farm. You can't remove this building here or these 2 sheds over here. If you do remove all of that, and if you do remove all of the vehicles and machinery that you start with, I got the slot count down from 1,352 to 849. And this farm area will look like this. So there we go. Honestly, I can't make my mind up on this one. It's a great start farm if you're sort of new to the game, I guess. It does sort of have the ability for you to create and build on it from what's here. There's some base game stuff in here, pretty much. We've got a Farmer 800 silo just here. Standard crop types. It's the amount of equipment as well. I don't know whether it's just thrown me. It's just a bit of a head scratcher, really. So we've got sort of cultivators, disc harrow, power harrow. We've got a liquid fertilizer tank just here. Again, standard, which can be filled or refilled. We've got part of the required mods. We've got bale and pallet storage here at 250 items. We've got a fertilizer storage tank just here Again, base game stuff, 60,000 litre capacity. If we come round the side here, we've got a trailer here. Let's say 2 sheds over there. We've got a header just over there for our harvester. We have a fuel tank just here. 150, 15,000 litres. And then when we open this door, prepare yourselves. Oh no, we've got to do this one first. Look, that's a lot of tractors. Light switch is just over in the corner here. That's a lot of tractors to be starting off with. But yeah, you might not want those particular tractors. You might want some, not all of them. Harvester's tucked away in here as well. We can open this door up too. And come out. Then we come to the next building along. Weights down the side of the building just there. We've got our baler wrapper, a couple more trailers, fertiliser and lime spreader, sprayer, forage wagon. Then we come over here and we seem to just have a load of similar stuff. Cultivators and ploughs, plenty of. I guess you can just run a big old farm with loads of workers going. Seeders, planters, mowing equipment just here. Then if I go across the road to the secondary farm, you start with it on New Farmer, but like I said, they are separate plots. We've got a slurry tank just there, manure heap just here, silage clamp just over here. We've got sheep pen for 65 sheep, standard. We've got a cow barn for 45 cows, standard. It's interesting that all the doors and stuff are all open as well. It's all kind of just ready to go. We have got a manure spreader. We have got a slurry tanker spreader with cultivator on the back. So for shorter cultivators, we've got another one there. Front loader on here on the class. So I'm going to do it'll probably seem like a strange route round. It's probably the best way around I can manage. And obviously this was all removable from the picture. I'm trying to think the direction I took it from. It was just over that way. The straw bale stack that's over the back there is just a decorative stack. That stays as well. I couldn't remove that. But we're going to head down first, then we'll come back up and we'll get around all the items on the map. There's a couple of rivers. There's only one crossing point on the southern river. And as I said, we've got these sort of facilities. That one that's the grocery mart just there. We won't drive out to that one, but it is a grocery mart. Trust me, I'll show you on the map. From here, if we drive down, we've got the grocery mart just there. We're going to just go across the river and take in these two, then we come back up again. Like I said, because we've got all the fields along here, there are no sell points or productions on these facilities. What we can do, if we throw the drone up and we cross over the river, just here. So you've got this little cluster of buildings here. That's on a plot of land you can't buy. If we come further along, I just found it odd. I don't know. Frustrating, if that's the right word. So, oh, brilliant! There's another farm you can buy with a silo. It is just decorative, and it is on the land. So I suppose I'd say you could add a sell point in here and call it a farm name or something, or you could put a small production. There's plenty of production stuff in there, but the fact you can't utilise the rest of the buildings on there, I think I probably in my head just find a bit restrictive, I guess. We come up this way. I'm trying to think, where was the other one? Over here, wasn't it? Here we go. But again, once purchased, again you can't remove the buildings, which I find strange because it's the sort of buildings you'd expect that to be a bale and pallet storage. You've got some shed space. I did find on a couple of the plots. Is that floating? It is, yeah. That even once I'd purchased the land, I couldn't open the shed doors either. So I don't know. Like I say, I'm a bit torn. But it could be a fixer-upper. It could be the very thing you're looking for. If you just want to come on and farm, and you don't want to muck around with productions or anything like that, you just want to come on, you know what, it's a map for farming. It's exactly that. You can come on and farm, no problem at all. So yeah, these buildings here, once I purchased land, I couldn't open the roller door on that shed. Got that facility there, which again, stick a sell point on it, a production on it, make it something else. We've got Feed and Grain South, rather large sale point just down here. Huge facility with just that sale point, but I think this potentially, was this on a plot you couldn't buy? Yeah, so this entire plot you can't purchase. And I've said that before on maps. That I do find frustrating. You've got this huge expanse here that you could put other productions and sell points and make it a real facility. Take advantage of all those big silos behind, and because there are so many silo mods that just have like a pipe and stuff like that, you could make it a really big, like a big storage facility, that kind of thing, but you can't buy the land. So, I don't know. But that's Feed and Grain South. I apologise if I'm coming across crabby. I just, you know, I have to be honest about what I'm seeing, what I feel about it. Wrong turning. Leave the next one over, which brings us down to the biogas plant. Biogas plant, the plot of land is linked to the biogas plant. You can't buy the plot separately, but when you buy the biogas plant, you get the plot. It's quite an expensive one. I think it's 1,780,000. I think it is. But you get the facility, you get some silage clamps. I think it's a 1 megawatt, and you get the land with it. But it's a standard one as well, nothing over and above. It's regular crop types in with digestate out. So we're going to go back across the river, back up past the farms, up to the main road, which kind of, I say, well, it does. It bifurcates the map right the way across. So we're going to head up onto the main road. I'm going to go out that way first, taking both those, then we'll come back along, and then we'll head out to the top of the map. So I will see you up on that road momentarily. I suppose the other thing to point out is probably another reason why I guess I don't know. Not that I take it personally. Like I want to put across a map in its best light, and you go around, and as I'm driving around, it's a really picturesque map. It's really nicely made. I mean, that's the thing about it. There's a lot of detail. There's a lot of things added in. The landscape's really nice, and there's a few areas of, well, that's really picturesque. That'll make a really nice picture or a thumbnail or whatever you might want to take. So, and I know it's that thing of when you do a map tour, and I know people watch it, and I suppose because of the way I portray it as well, I don't know, I don't know how people will feel about it. We are in a world at the moment, I was just talking to DJ Goham about this, where people want instant gratification, people want bigger, better, wow. It needs to be bigger and better and wow instantaneously. We want more, we want bigger, we want better, it's got to be fantastic. And so when you get ordinary or normal, or what's considered to be average, or in most cases what's considered to be good, what used to be, you know, this is the standard, this is fine, that doesn't seem to be good enough, and I suppose I'm guilty of that now. So I'm kind of looking for that whiz-bangy exciting thing, but there's nothing wrong with this at all. There's nothing wrong with it as a map. I couldn't make it myself. I couldn't make a map. So as far as it goes, there's nothing wrong with it. Red Marble Bowl Restaurant, sale point. The facility next door is on this plot of land that can be purchased when you buy it. There are no sell points or anything on it, but you can add to them if you want to. Across the way we've got the vehicle shop and workshop trigger. That is also the reset point on the map. So your vehicle shop and workshop trigger is just there. So we're now heading west. That building that's just off to the right, that doesn't have a sell point or anything on it. Coming up on the right, we have got a lime station just by this little farm here. Just there. Round behind that we've got Johnson's Farmers Market. Just there. I guess I'm just trying to, I'm sort of mulling it all over in my head as I'm driving along. To kind of justify, I suppose, my reaction whenever I'm doing anything like this, whether it's a mod review or a map tour, wherever it might be, I'm constantly thinking, what will viewers think? What will viewers say? What will the comments be like? I try and cover all the bases. I try and answer. I try to preempt questions that people might ask or comments that people might have, and try and kind of head them off at the pass. So I guess that kind of skews the direction in which I might say or do something. Gas station is just here on the right hand side. No sell point or anything on this side. That facility coming up right out to the west, just south of the river, that's the South Valley Biomass Energy. That is a sell point for various different products. And then just across the road from it, there is the forest we looked at earlier on. I won't drive all the way over there and into it, but there is the sell point. Again, if we stop there, we come all the way across that facility there. Again, the land can't be purchased, but the sell point is in there. Wood can be sold there as well. And then we get our forested area just here to the right. So if you want to do a bit of forestry, there's some to be done. And this is it. And then you go areas like this, and I love that. These piles of logs everywhere. I like the immersive feel of that. That you feel like you're in an area that's already being, logged. It's being forested, and that you might come along and join in that process. It's I don't know, a conundrum. I could have gone along the road, but I thought I'd come up through the forest. But up the top here, we have got the animal dealer and animal dealer sell point. Animal dealer just there. Animal dealer sell point, which is usually bales, etc. It's just round the back there. So let's back onto the road if I can find the track. Oh, there it is. And across the top of the map, heading east again. We've got the grain mill just here. So just up that little turn in there, grain mill behind there. We've got the oil mill just here. We have the spinnery just here. And then on the end we have the sawmill. It does say all DLCs are fully supported. So off camera with Platinum and Premium expansion enabled, I did buy the sawmill, and the sawmill is a standard sawmill. It doesn't do all products, it is a standard one. And the sawmill is out here, split level, as you can see. So we started off at the main farm here. We came down there and kind of had a look across to there. Went out to these two locations here, the sell point and the biogas. We came back up to the road along to there. Went past both of those, out past here, Johnson's Farmers Market, gas station out to there, up through the forest, just up here to the animal dealer, grain mill, oil mill, spinnery, sawmill, and then across the river, which I don't know, I don't think there's a bit of forestry here. I don't think there's a bridge. I'm not even sure we can forest over there, can we? No, that's not a part of the map we can purchase. But that's the map. That's Great Grandfather's Farm by AE Maping. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.